Hello.
Good evening, and how are you, Esther?
Okay, how are you?
Fantabulous,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
turn your volume up. Okay.
Hi, guys.
Good
Hi,
evening,
Jeff.
Bill. How are you doing today?
Great. And you?
Absolutely wonderful, thank you.
That's good.
I love your attitude, Arlene.
You know, if you think positively, you've got a pretty good chance that
That's right. That's right.
That is so true.
never trouble till trouble troubles you.
I went out to play with my grandson today in the yard. I took out my chair so I could sit and play ball with him a little bit. I go
Yeah.
to put the chair down, and there's Mr. Snake looking right at me.
Hello.
First snake of the year. Okay, we're gonna move. And he was interested in the snake.
A little garden snake?
Got it. That's
Yeah, a
a
little.
young
You're
one.
annoying.
Young one. He moved very quick away from us. I was happy.
I almost got my son arrested on Sunday.
Good.
Which one?
My baby, no, Mark,
Mark?
came to bring me my annual Mother's Day gift of a hanging plant for my back porch. And at the time I was out to dinner with David and Ruth. I didn't expect him at that point. And we put a new alarm in the house several months ago. And he didn't remember how to utilize it. And he set it off. And the alarm company called and they wouldn't accept, he didn't know the code to give them the secret code. So they had to call me. And I didn't answer my phone because it was my purse. I didn't even hear it. So he called David and had them on the line with David and me. And finally, I told them he was a good kid. And right now, I don't want him to go to jail. So it's all right. Then he couldn't get out because he didn't know how to reset it.
And he was just trying to be nice and bring you a gift.
That's right. That shows that the best laid plans of mice and men oft go around.
You have a nice Mother's Day in spite of that.
Oh, I had a Mother's Day weekend. I got to see all of my children and all of my grandchildren. And it was the best gift in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They came from Connecticut, from New Hampshire. It was really, really wonderful. Now I understand you spent the day, where did you go to Needham?
We spent the day at Barry's in Needham, and Craig and Leah and Josie came in.
That's nice.
So we were all together.
Nothing better.
No. I have magnetic Hebrew letters all over my dining room table because I just taught. And I'm trying to find.
Keep them away from the computer.
I'm trying to find one letter to put them away in order, and I can't find it.
Okay. I have a question. Those of you that can hear me, what are you seeing on the screen? Because I'm seeing a very strange thing on my screen for me, and I can't figure out what it is. Are you seeing me on the screen?
I see a guy standing behind you.
No, there's nobody standing behind me. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean.
there it is right there in your screen.
Is it
Well,
the
there's something wrong. That's what I mean. I don't know what that is.
It's the reflection through
All right,
your.
I'm gonna go out and come back in because I
No, it's the
No.
reflection from your
It's
light
the-
coming out off your window,
Off your window treatment.
Your shadow.
your shadow.
I'll go close it then. Maybe that'll do it. Okay, thank you.
Watch out for the guy.
He's not here.
Wrong window. Oh, that one too.
The other one's
Another one
closed.
behind you.
Okay, I'll go close it some more.
Because it's reflection on the closet.
Okay, thanks.
Close the closet.
Hello, Mr. Tattlebaum.
Closet is already closed.
The reflection on the
Oh,
closet.
there it is. It's gone. Thank you so much. What would I do without you guys? Much better. Now I look like almost like myself, but thank you. Is that better? If I look this way?
That's better.
Yeah, better.
Much
Hi,
better.
Sandy.
Hi,
Well, I have to
Carol.
look this way. Sorry, because the thing is over there and I'm not moving it. Anyway, but thank you for your help, everyone. I appreciate it.
Well, we wouldn't want not to see you at your best.
Oh, yeah, not seeing me is not such a terrible thing. How's everybody doing?
Good, boys, Mr. Wonderful.
He's in the kitchen,
Oh, okay.
making believe he's
He's
doing
doing
the
the
dishes.
dishes.
I said making believe he's doing the dishes.
Yeah,
He-
what a
he
good
can
guy.
Feel free to come over here when he's done.
No, I don't think, be careful what you wish for.
Oh. You know, one of the first times I took Rich home to meet my mother, who loved to set a table, that was like she loved it. And because it was Rich, she used good china and the crystal and Rich has always been, always, I'll clean up. He's the cleanup guy.
Oh,
He
dear.
went in and he took all the china and you could hear the china like banging and
Oh.
banging. And every time it banged, my mother would jump and she'd go, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. No, I got it. I don't
Don't
think he
help,
ever
don't
got
help.
china again.
How did her crystal survive?
That's funny.
Loretta, how did her crystal survive?
She was like, oh, just leave that on the table. I'll take care of that later. There's a special place I have to put that, leave that. I didn't think she was going to make it through the dishes being washed.
That's all right. I can't touch my crystal glasses.
I have to say, I have a
The
son-in-law.
wine goblets or the watered
Yeah.
goblets, because my hand goes in to clean them and I snap them. So
I have a son-in-law who I would love to have live with me. He is the most anal, organized person I've ever seen in my life. And he does it all himself.
You must drive Diane crazy.
No, he doesn't. He just does it himself. That's all. He just does it. He doesn't ask her to do it. He just does it. When they first got married, he does car repair. He used to have all kinds of, I don't know, what do you call them? You know, the switches and everything. Everything was all different colors. He had them sorted by colors. One of her girlfriends came in and took one color out of one bin and put it in another bin. He noticed it within 5 seconds. So as soon as he walked in the room.
You know, my daughter-in-law is a social worker, and she specializes in people with OCD.
I wouldn't change him. He's fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing. His tools in his garage are all laid out in line. Everything is laid out evenly. You can find anything you want to find in that house. You know exactly where to go to look for it. I wouldn't change him for a thing. Nothing. I only wish you would come here and live in my house. I tell him for 1 week. I'll cook all your favorite foods. Come for 1 week. Get rid of all the stuff my husband refuses to get rid of for 100 years ago. He does throw out things though. That's a tough thing. He will throw things away. In fact, the kids will know if they can't find something. Daddy, did you throw out? First question they go to is, Daddy, did you throw it out? But he's fantastic. I love him to death, and I wouldn't change him for anything. Nothing.
Somebody has the radio or the TV on.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think I'm logged in twice, but I'm not sure. But I'm not changing anything.
You were only there once, Carol.
Well, that's good. Once is enough. One of these days, I'll learn how to use this crazy machine.
By that time, Carol will have some new device.
I'm sure.
By that time, you won't need a Carol.
I hope not. I hope not.
Be in person.
That would be nice. I'm so ready for that.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
We got a message from Ethan.
Yeah. How is it?
He let us know he was okay after I saw on red alerts that rockets were going to Tel Aviv.
Oh, yeah, I saw
And
that.
they were already in the bomb shelter.
Oh, my God. That's scary.
Okay, so they're okay. I saw alerts as far north as Herzliya
Right.
and Holy Sharon.
She had before she got on. It was a
Well,
Mr. Simpson's picture.
hi, folks, everybody. Welcome to Ner Tamid's service. If I could ask you all to mute, please, except for me. Just have a mute. I hear a little background noise there. Thanks so much. Well, as you know, we'll start off with an Ashrei, and then we'll do Monas Kaddish right afterwards. Ashrei Shvei Teko Dulika Sala Shram Shkaklam Shnel Haptilala Davidarim Kalheim El Parvachashim Kalal Bechoy Marachek Belachim Kalel Medkal Meholom Yad Building Dote Hekadot Oshmak Seven Q had that one tech of different low tech sequences nor tech Bokulat Saprena Zekarab to be with Chakaron and Kan Rochmanach Eric Pan Uga Hase Tomad Kov Rochman Komaso Idukna Koma Sakav Hasid Bahuka Kvodman Hukai Meu Ugrat Kaid Bero Lord Yield Natum Gorta Hodamako Tamakut Hamakut Kolum Shalt Kabuto Smash on Colon Flims of Great Profim Amy Hall Experiment on Clemito Poter Ketchadecha who must build Sonia. Open up your hands and satisfy every living being according to your will. Sadiq and I will call the Rakab Hasid will come myself, Krabna Krab, call the Sheikh Rivermet, Johnny Savage, every time it's probably a change, trying to call about Coach Mead. Chilat and I WPV Varek, Kavasach, and Kacholi Lumba, and Anak Nunavareka, Tavialam, hallelujah. And now those saying Monas Kaddish and observing your side, feel free to unmute your microphones and join me in the Monas Kaddish, and we'll say it slowly, and of course it's appropriate to stand. Yit Gadal, V'yit Kadash, Shemei Rabba, I Alma Dira Kirute, V'yamlich Ma'ute, V'chayechon, U'yomechon, U'v'chayei V'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agala U'vizman Kari V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Omei Yitbarach Yitchafach Yitma'av Yitmam Yitnaseh Yitadar Yitaleh Yitalal Shemei Yishach V'richu La'ela Min Kol B'erchata V'shira Dush V'chata V'nechem Masha Ta'aviram B'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba Ben Shemaiah V'chayim Aleinu Me'al Kol Yisrael. Amen. O says Shalom Ya'ashem Aleinu Al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen. And now for our formal evening service. Feel free to open up your mics as we respond to the Baruch Hu, and it's appropriate to rise once again. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. And you may be seated, and please remute just for a couple of paragraphs, and then we'll join in the Shema. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam b'dvar ha'orim chakotev she'im b'dunam v'sinitim b'chol zmanim v'sbechachrim b'shem b'rakir tzino v'yom ha'layla v'gol chachot kos b'yor ma b'yom maybe layla ma b'dil ben yom u'bein layla Adonai tzvot shemo el chai v'kayom tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv aravim ahavat olam beit Yisrael kahavta Torah v'zvechludim v'otam lemata al ken alem b'shachbenu ken esik b'chukach mismat b'torah v'olam ba'ed ken chayenu v'yorech yameinu v'hem negei yomam v'layla v'avat kartos mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Feel free, of course, to open up your mics and join me in the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And if everybody can mute once again, and Stu and Rhonda Spitzer, if you do the Via Hafta for us, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Via Hafta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'divarta bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shachtecha u'v'kumecha u'kashartam liot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafo b'neinecha u'katabtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha.
Great, nicely done as usual.
תודה רבה.
And sadly, to the bottom of the page, we have Shemot Yishmot to try to Hayom about the Nakalal, the Bachal Nashkim Tatum Askim, Tomakoski, Digging a bit towards the Tati Ace of the Satkal out of his vata. He should look and penny tell about Grand Star, some of him, Gramish to be done him, Craf, and I became from Yamata, has a Malotina, Yula, about Tamar, Malash, Chowish, and Angela. Sometime at the right ear, Alba from Nashim Gokshut, and what I'll get can be a new for Benny Nation with the Malatam, it Benekal, the bomb ship, but it's a club, there was some Lemanye boye mechem vin mebenechem al harama ashinish ba Adonai labotechem latet lahem k'miashamayim al haaret. And Alan Pransky, would you give us the honor for the Vayomer?
I'd be glad to. Thank you for the honor. Vayomer Adonai Moshe lemor daber al bnei Yisrael v'mato alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei b'gdeihem v'doratom v'natnu al tzitzit hakanot betil techelet v'haya lachem l'tzitzit ritem oto Uskatem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'yasitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem asher etem zonim achareihem l'mahan tizkuru v'yasitem es kol mitzvotai v'ditem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher etzeti etchem mi'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
Thanks, Alan. Nicely done as usual.
Welcome.
Ve'amuna kozma k'emalenu k'yomner lahim zalaton yashir lemor b'din malachim alkenu galam kavlaritzim ha'el nefalanu mitzrayim shalom goloch oibein ha'pshenim ha'oso goloch ad in keken neflot animus pasam hashem v'chaim margalenu ha'badrikeinu ha'bot oibeinu al-kankanenu kosanenu ha'salani zilakam ha'paro otos moptibus b'rembecham ha'makebor to koborchem mitzrayim yotel mo yisrael telcham v'kor tolam ha'vepan b'nizrei ha'psuf edroteim v'zvatom tibotiba ruban ha'gruto shibku v'adu lishmo Malchuto bratzon keblu aleihem Moshe v'neshu lachanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha neda b'kodesh Nora tehilo dosek fele Malchut karo v'necha Bokeyam lefnei Moshe Zeili anu v'yamru Adonai Yimlo Yoholam Va'ed V'ne'ema kivada Adonai Yaakov U'gyalom yad chazak mimenu baruch Adonai Go al Yisrael. And Richard, if you give us the honor to read this in English, please.
Thank you. You'll be happy to know I switched to the red book.
Oh, you did, yeah. I still haven't figured out why that extra line is in there. We'll have to see.
We'll do it in the red book now. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guide our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people, Israel.
Thank you, Richard. Of course.
Thank you.
Right, to remove the evil forces that surround us in so many different ways. Hashkivenu na lehenu shalom v'amidenu malkeinu chaim v'rosalenu sukkot shlomecha v'teng b'tum ofnechu shalom v'shmech v'gem b'dinu v'asim eloi oye deva v'chera v'ravi agam v'sasan v'mokamenu makorenu v'til kanafeka tasti b'enu k'yashemenu matzilenu v'taki em v'alchanu v'rochumata Ushmoteitenu v'einu l'chaim shalom yata v'yad olam baruch Adonai shomei amo Yisrael la'ad. And of course, these first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines we say every morning as well. Baruch Adonai l'olam, amen v'amen. Baruch Adonai mitzvot shochein yisrael hallelujah. Baruch Adonai l'melech shelo sei neflot levado. Baruch shem kvodo l'olam v'malech v'do kol haaretz. Amen, amen. He for an alilam mismakan and masabi he shemen and I'm rat me tabel alam. Kilo ichas and I am abavosh magado. Ki hoel and aloso tet kam lo leam. Vial kolam vial plu up name. Vayamru Adonai hu Elohim. Adonai hu Elohim. Vaya Adonai lamelch al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai chadishmo echad. Yichas Adonai aleinu kashi yuchanu la. Please gather us and save us from those nations. Baruch and I by Yom, blessed are you in the day. Baruch and I by Lila, blessed are you, God, in the night. Baruch and I by Shatbenu, blessed are you, God, when we lie down. And Baruch and I by Kumen, bless you, God, when we rise up. Kiviyatka in your hand. Nafshot achaim meitem are all the souls, the living and the dead. Asher we don't never call Hebron Kabasaish Biakav Kibu Hipadita now Met Alachmaim Yakichim Kai Moku Tamin Mokan Lobed. Yeruenenu Vismatli Benu Vitagel Nafshenu Bishuat Kabemet Bemother Tzion Malach Elohayich Adonai Melech Adonai Malach Adonai Yimloch Leolam Vaed Ker Malchut Shachahi V'Lemeatim Lach Bechavod Kein Ledem Malachela Ata Baruch Atah Adonai Hamelech B'Kvodo Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Leolam Vaed V'Al Kol Ma'asav. Once again, if I can call it Adele Lubaski, our president, to answer our remains on behalf of the congregation.
Thank you.
Yikada v'yikada Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'yom Adiratu Teviam Nikmachute B'chaye Korav Yom Echon V'v'chaye D'chol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Karev Yimaru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Olamei Amaya Yitbarach.
Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitpa'av, Yitramam, Yitnaseh, Yithadar, Yitalev, Yitalau, Shmei Kucha.
Berichu.
Berichu, Le'elav min Kavach Atav Shirata, Tush B'chatav Nechamata, Da'ami, Ram B'yalma V'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. And now, of course, we rise for the Amidah. And we're asking God for all kinds of prayers, and we can say it silently. You can add in your own praise if you'd like. I'll say it in an undertone. And don't forget, tonight and tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh Sivan, Yom Revi'i. So you add in the Eloheinu v'le'avatenu. Ya'aleh v'yavo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'le'avatenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Yisrael, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. והגדול הגיבור ונראה יום גומר חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי עבוד מביא גואל לבני בניהון משמע ביבא מלך עוזר ופוקד ומשיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיים איתם את הרב להושיע מחלקי חיים בחסד מחיים איתם ברחמים רבים סומק נופלים ורופא חולים ומטה אסורים מקיים אמונתו שני יפה מלחמוך בגברות ומיתום מלך מיתום חיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמר אתה לך יום איתם ברוך אתה אדוני Michaye Hametim, Atakadosh, you're holy, Vishim Kadosh, and your name is holy. O Christian Bukol Yam Lukasel Brokatanai El Hakadosh. You grace man with knowledge, being an understanding, and common sense too. Brokatanai Chonin Hadad. Hashiveno Tortera Kabin Makela Abuzekla Hakju Bishua Shlem Lefanecha Muktanai, or Rutse Bishua. Slach Lama Vino, forgive us our Father Kichatano, for we have sinned. Makalan Malkinaki for Shan Kimuka Slachata Butanai, Hanan Mabilosof. Rein Yavinenu, Revervenu Galan Mehelamach, but you Hasakata Brako Israel. Rafaenu Narfe, Hosheri. Roshia Kito Tano Taba Haller for Slam Kamutano, the Hirat Soma Fnakana Lahevatano, Shetishlak Meher for Slam, Shemana for Self-Schools of Golf, the Chola Chalemem, coronavirus, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, Parkinson's, ALS, MS, Crohn's, colitis, headaches, arthritis. The Tok Shachole, Shova Kazik, the Oskim Zakim, Kiyam, Profanum, and Rachmanata, Botai, Rofe, Chole, Amo Israel. Bareka later now, Lane, what Tishna, so it culminates for Toba, obtain Bracha, give us blessing, I'll play at them on the face of our earth. The Savannah B'Shenim B'Tuva Rik Shantein Shtem Torah B'Kan B'Brei Kashnim. To Kabi Shofar, sound the Shofar Gedolah Kerutenu, to announce our great freedom. The Sundays to Kabit Kolotenu Kaptenu Yakad Miabakan Forts and gather us together from the four corners of the earth. Brocha Tanai Mekabit Zitkei Amo Yisrael. Hashiv Shevchen V'Shem V'Yotenu Kvatchila V'Hasim Imen Gon Yinacha Uloch Alein V'Ta Adna Labatka V'Chesed Brakman Tenu B'Mitra Broktan Melech Ohi Tzedakah U'Mishpat. Bless out thou, O Lord, who loves righteousness and justice. V'Lamashinu Tichva Klar Shekreged Tove Koyver Mekaritu V'Hazin Meher Tagia Chavez Magi V'Takim B'Yamen B'Knai Shova Oidim Makne Yezedem. Allah Tzadikim El Chasidim Yazik Niabab Yisrael Yaplatzo Framework Ger Tzadik Ve'Elim Yamuna Rachmech Nalheim Tain Sakatov L'Chol B'Tkum Shim K'Baymet Sem Kohenim Mehem U'Leolam Mona B'Shka B'Takim B'Zonai Mishan Mivtak Tzadikim Yushlai Mecha Brakman Tashom B'Tishkon return and dwell amongst us B'Tok Shidibad as you have said in Jerusalem Uvneo Tabakar B'Yamin Bin Alam V'Chisei David Me'elotak Tehem B'Tzai B'Nei Shleim blessed are you God the builder of Jerusalem Et Sem Gav T'Kom Here Tasmei Rakano Tromishu Ateka Kilish Vakpin Kol Hayom B'Tzai Ken Yeshua Shema Kolenu, hear our voices and Alenu, who's Frakalebra Kabia Brachman, receiving mercy according to your will and our prayers. Kiel Shmet Filos Takmata, Umel Fanakmal Kenu Kamishvina Kieta Shmet Fil some country Brachman Mutana Shmet Fila, blessed are you God who hears prayer. We say an Alabama country to tell them, Vashav the Bull, the Betek, we felt Tammy about to be Ratsoni or Tontamid Abidah Shalamecha. Elohim will have a Tano, Yalavi Avo give your area service, Shimabi Pakevi Zakroneno Figdoneno, with Zakron of Attain, remember our fathers. The Zechron Mashiach ben David of Dechan, remember your servant, your anointed one David. The Zechron Yerushalayim, remember Jerusalem, Yerkachach, your holy city. The Zechron Kolam Chabit, remember all of the nation of Israel, Lefanech before you, Lefleta, Latov for goodness and kindness, Lechesed, Rachmim, mercy, Lechaim, L'Shalom, and life and peace. Beyond Rosh Chodesh Hazeh, Zachreinu Naleinu Boletova, Uvagenu Volevracha, Yosheinu Volechayim. With Vaishu Rachmim Kuswelin, Rachem Aleinu Yosheinu. Kielech Enenu Kiamalchanan Rachumata, Vitechazenu Shuchatsim Brachman Ruktan Maxish and Totzion, Modim Anachnu Lek. We thank you, Shatau Nailain Levatenu, God and God of our fathers, the Elolam for era, Sochayenu, the rock of our lives, Magain Yushenu, the shield of our salvation, Atahula Dovido in every generation. Dodel Chanas Biatila Teka, Alchenu Hamsur Biatecha, Yamasrati Hubud Alfach. Gandhi Sancho Mimano, Yana Flotek, Vitov Dershpol, 8 Babok Tram, Atov Kilo Halrak Mega, Bram King Flo Tamuzek, Milam Filulach. Yalkolam Yiprakit Mamshim Komokenu Tamidu Labet, the whole Hachai, and all life shall praise you and thank you. If Hallelu and praise you, Mkabi Amen, your truth, Oyazu Tenu Tenusel Borcha Tanai. Atov Shimka, Lakana Welahoto. Shalom Rabbi Yishalom Kav Koshvei Tivel Tasim Lelam, Kiata Humelkadon Kol Shalom, Betobi Nachla Rekan Amkashvel, Bohole, Kosha Bishlam Akwartan Rekan, Amo Israel Shalom. Elohen is Shalom Yaras, who have a member, Kalan Nachitinom, Nafshi Kefal Kotia, Pitak Bibator Techa, Batrotek to Nafshi, Holkojamalai Meher, Hapiatam Kakam Shota, Selamach Mecha, Selan Yuminacha, Aseliman Kusha Saka, Selaman Totecha, Manitu Deca, which you meant Benani, you, Lord Son and Rafi, they only build Banakal Chorigoli, Opsa Shalom Mama, who Yasa Shalom Alenu, Yalko Yisrael Yamru, Amen. Feel free to open up your mics and join me in this top paragraph. We'll say this together up until my rock and my redeemer. We'll sing the Oseh Shalom together, and then I'll finish off the paragraph if I remember. My God,
keep my
keep
tongue
my
from
tongue, my
speaking
lips from
lies.
lies. Help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah that I may
pursue your mitzvot.
frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me, and make nothing of their schemes, and act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock, my redeemer. And join me in the Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom Rama, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Yalko Yisrael, V'Yivru, Amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Via Maru. Amen. And I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. And may the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us and to all the people of Israel. Let us say amen. Sometimes we say sentences that have so much more meaning some days than others. Now, of course, we're going to say pray for those who aren't feeling well. Feel free. You know, when I say bring blessing and healing too, just shout out the name. Misha Berach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarif Karachab Aleya Hu Yavarech V'Rape. Please bring blessing and healing too.
Dr. Benita Rizzo,
Shannon
Jim Noble,
Lonnie,
Eric Barris, Tina Burke, firefighter,
Stu Morgan,
Barbara
Rita Spiegelman, Stan Spiegelman,
Sandy Wasatsky,
Xander Klein, Neil Shane.
Melanie Moore,
Devorah Chana, Bat Chaya Rivka, Ann Mortallaro, Ann Rumpf, Angela Volante, Steve Goldberg, Bernie Gordon.
Jeff Schultz, Donna Claycomb, Reverend Francisco Tolentino, and Judge Justin Phillips.
V'gam ken kol hacholem b'kila kedosha hazeh hakodesh baruch hu yamale rachamim aleim lahazikam l'rapotam v'yishlach lehem meher refuah shlem min hashamayim refuah sanefes refuah saguf b'toch shacholei Yisrael miluzok refuah krova lavo ashtabach lazman karev v'nomar amen. Please bring blessing and healing through all the near hope and pray that healing is at hand, and let us say amen. And if I could ask you once again to mute your microphones. Misha Beirach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say amen. And now it's Kaddish Shalem. Yitkadal v'kadash shmei rabbah.
Amen.
V'almati rakrute v'amlik malchute. B'chaye chonu v'mechonu v'chay l'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agalam v'zman kariv v'yamaru.
Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach. Le'olam olam me'amaya. Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'av v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yiradav v'yitalev v'yitalav shmei kutsha.
Berichu.
Berichu le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiram b'yama v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Titkabal sladhan v'atan d'cho Yisrael kadam avuhon di v'shmai v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemai v'chaim alein v'al koisha v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Oseh shalom nemromav, hu yaseh shalom, alein v'al koisha v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Here we are in May, and we are right here. Oops, sorry, wrong day. Tuesday. Here we go. Here we go. So today's 44. We're going to count the next day. And if just a second, please open your mics and join me with the blessing, and I'll swing back. And then we'll do it in English afterwards. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, asher
Kedeshanu b'mitzvotav,
v'tzivanu
b'Yisrael.
Omer, Hayom Yom חמישה וארבעים יום, והם שישה שבועות ימים לעומר. And we'll say it this way: we praise you, Adonai, our God, master of time and space, whose commandments add holiness to our lives, who commanded us to count the Omer. Today is number 45, which also is equivalent to 6 weeks and 3 days. Excellent. Thank you. And feel free to keep your mics open and join me in the Aleinu. It's appropriate to rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ten gidula le'otzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kigoi aratzon ve'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'chol avonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtashtabim u'modim lifnei melech HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Noten Shemayim V'Yoseret, Moshe V'Yikaro V'Shemayim V'Ma'al, Shkinatu Zo, V'Gam Ein Meromim, Hu Eloheinu Ein Od, Emet Malkeinu Efes Sulaton, Kaketu V'Torato, V'Yadata Hayom, V'Yashivota El Levavecha, V'Yadonai Hu HaElohim, B'Shamayim V'Ma'al, V'Yal HaAretz, V'Yachad Echad Echad. Al Kenig Melchan Elir B'Arbeit Yerusach Al Kobnei Basar Kush B'Achlon. Kakatu b'Torah Adonai Yimloch Li'olam Va'ed, V'V'Haya Adonai Lemelech Al Kol Ha'aretz. Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad, U'Shemo Echad. And if I could ask everybody to mute once again, except those saying Mourner's Kaddish and observing your site. But at this time, feel free to say the name whom you are remembering tonight.
Mordechai ben Esther.
My mother, Donna.
Robert Sherman.
And if those are the names, please join me in the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal,
Yitzchak, Shemei Rabbah.
Bi Almati Brakirute, Bi Amlech Malchute. B'chaye Chon u'b'yomei u'b'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala u'b'zman Purim. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam u'be'omayim. Yitbarach v'yittabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal b'mei dekusha v'refu. La'ela min kol mirchata v'shirata tushbachata v'hechemata da'amira mi'alma mi'imru. Yehei Shlomo Rabba B'Shmaya V'Chaim Aleinu Al Kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Yah Aleinu Al Kol Yisrael. Amen. And now it's the Psalm for Wednesday. Roz and Marvin, would you like to do it responsibly for us, please?
Thank you, Rabbi. We certainly would like that.
Go right ahead.
God of retribution, Adonai, God of retribution, appear.
Judge of the earth, punish the arrogant as they deserve. How long, Adonai, how long shall the wicked exalt? Swaggering, boasting, they exude arrogance.
They crush your people, Adonai, and they oppress your own. Widows and strangers they slay, orphans they murder.
They say Adonai does not see, the God of Jacob pays no heed.
Be sage, you simpletons. When will you fools be wise? Surely the one who shapes the ear can hear. Surely the one who forms the eye can see.
Surely God who disciplines nations will chastise, teaching mortals to understand. Adonai knows human schemes, how futile they are.
Blessed are those whom God disciplines and teaches Torah, training them to wait calmly in adversity until a pit be dug for the wicked.
Adonai will not abandon his people. God will not forsake his very own. Justice will return to the righteous. All the upright in heart will strive for it.
Who will stand up for me against the ungodly? Who will take my part against the evildoers?
Were it not for God's help, I would be in my grave. When my foot slips, your love, Adonai, supports me. When I am filled with cares, your comfort soothes my soul.
Are you alive with seeds of wickedness, with those who frame injustice by statute? They conspire against the righteous. They condemn the innocent to death.
Adonai is my refuge. My God is my sheltering rock.
God will repay them for their wickedness and destroy them with their own evil. Adonai, our God, will destroy them.
Let us sing to Adonai. Let us rejoice in our Creator.
Let us greet God with thanksgiving, singing psalms of praise. Adonai is exalted beyond all that is worshipped. Thank you for the honor.
Thank you for doing that. Beautifully done, as usual. And before we do Monas Kaddish, we got one more prayer to do because of Rosh Chodesh. So let me join in here. Let all my being, I do the first couple of paragraphs. Let all my being praise Adonai. Adonai, my God, you are great indeed. Clothed in splendor and majesty, wrapped in light as in a garment, unfolding the heavens like a curtain. On waters you lay the beams of your chambers. You make the clouds your chariot, riding the wings of the wind. You make the winds your messengers, fire and flame your servants. You set the earth on its foundation that it should never collapse. The deep covered it like a cloak until the waters rose over the mountains. At your rebuke they fled, rushing away at the sound of your thunder, climbing mountains, pouring into valleys to the place you had established for them. You set the bounds they may not cross, so that never again shall they cover the earth. Of course, we're talking of the floods. You make springs gush forth in torrents to flow between the hills. The wild beasts all drink from them. Wild asses quench their thirst. Birds of the heavens rest on their banks and lift their voices among the branches. From your lofty abode, you water the hills. The earth is sated with the fruit of your works. You cause grass to grow for cattle and plants for people to cultivate. Enable them to bring forth bread from the earth. It is wine that gladdens the human heart, oil that makes the face shine, and bread that sustains human life. The trees of Adonai drink their fill, the cedars of Lebanon which God planted. Birds build their nests in them. Storks make their homes in the pines. The high hills are for the wild goats. The rocks are a refuge for badgers. You make the moon to measure the seasons. The sun knows it's time for setting. You bring on darkness and it is night when all the beasts of the forest stir. The young lions roar for prey, seeking their food from God. When the sun rises, they steal away and lie down in their dens. Then people go out to their work to do their labor until the evening. How varied are your works, Adonai? In wisdom have you made them all. The earth is filled with your creatures. Here is the great vast sea, teeming with numberless living things, great and small. Here ships sail to and fro. Here swims Leviathan, which you made as a plaything. All of them look to you to give them their food at the proper time. When you give them, they gather up. When you open your hand, they eat their fill. When you hide your face, they feel panic. When you take away their breath, they perish and return to their dust. With your breath, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. The glory of Adonai endures forever. May Adonai rejoice in his works. When God looks at the earth, it quakes. God touches the hills, and they smoke. I will sing to Adonai as long as I live. All my life I will chant to my God. May my meditations please God. I will rejoice in Adonai. Let sins disappear from the earth, and the wicked will be no more. Praise Adonai, my soul. Hallelujah. Yarav alav sichi anochi asmach Adonai yitamu chata'im min haaretz u'she'em od einam barchi nafshi et Adonai. Hallelujah. I don't know, I kind of got in a roll and I just really liked that prayer, so I did the whole thing. Anyways, once again, Monas Kaddish, those who have your side. Yit gadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba. Bi alma dira kirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chaye chon u'vyomei chon u'b'chaye mo bet Yisrael. Ba'agava u'b'zman karev v'yivru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevorach Yavam Ulei Omayim Yit יתברך, וישתבח, ויתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתעלה, לעילו אין תוקר, ברכה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירם יהי שלום וישמעיה וחיים עלינו כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו amen. Thank you all for joining, and now I call upon Adele Luboski, our president, to make a few announcements.
Erev Tov, Yesher Koach, Rabbi Bernie. Just to remind everybody, services this week, tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are at 7 o'clock. We have our religious school students leading us in the service on Friday night, so I invite all of you to join us at 7 p.m. If you'd like to join us at 6 p.m., we will do Motzi and Kiddush and Zmirot, and at 6:50 we'll do Birkat Hamazon. Again, if you want to order a meal, you can call the temple office tomorrow. Havdalah Saturday night is at 8:44. 8:44. If you are interested in joining us a week at Monday night, the 17th, in person, you must register. Got an email today, so you must register, and then you will receive a health survey that needs to be completed by Sunday at 3 p.m. Don't forget also, Sunday night is the beginning of Shavuot. Everyone can eat their cheesecake and ice cream sundaes after Shavuot, after the service that night. We will be awarding scholarships that evening. Also on Monday and Tuesday, the first 2 days of Shavuot, services will be at 9 a.m. They will be Zoom, as will Sunday night. We will be joined by Temple B'nai Abraham on Monday night. Again, it's in person and Zoom. The service will not be posted on the screen, so you need to use your own Siddur and Yiska service that you can download from the website. And that will be, again, in person and Zoom. And then the plan is, if things go well and things continue in the state the way they've been continuing, today's numbers were fairly decent in the state with, thank goodness, no deaths. So that's a thing to really celebrate. Those services will be in person and on Zoom, Shabbat evening on Friday night and Shabbat morning on Saturday morning. So lots of things happening. This temple general meeting is a week from tomorrow, the 19th. So please join us at that. That will be a Zoom meeting. So don't forget about that. And the Sisterhood is having their genealogy program on the 26th. Contact Loretta Bean for more information. And please don't forget about tzedakah. Also, don't forget, we have our fundraiser honoring Kit and Rabbi Perlman, whose birthday is today. And Rabbi Bernie, thank you so much for switching with Rabbi Perlman. I know he greatly appreciated, so he could celebrate his birthday. So please try to support our fundraiser in the tribute book. And we're hoping that we will have